Mag-eskwela na po ngayong araw ang mahigit 27 milyong estudyante sa mga pampublikong paaralan.
Good day and welcome to Pros and Cons, where we ask the hard questions and you decide which side of the truth you would choose to believe.
The K-12 curriculum has been around since 2013. Its main purpose is to enhance learners' basic skills, produce more competent citizens, and prepare graduates for lifelong learning and employment. Many groups and parents have, however, protested this extended period of education, even as education officials admit the need to review parts of the system before it is fully implemented. Today in Pros and Cons, we raise the question, is a K-12 curriculum effective in providing education? Is there a need to revise the system to keep up with the times? Are we raising better students under K-12?
I'm Joel Egco, your moderator for the day. The K-12 system, to put it simply, is an extended curriculum to further equip students with skills and knowledge that they need in the future, especially during employment. But is the K-12 effective as it is now? Or does it need improvement or trimming down? So to answer those questions, ladies and gentlemen, unahin na po natin si Attorney Undersecretary Nepomuceno, Malaluan, at siya din po ang Chief of Staff ng Office of the Secretary ng Department of Education. Welcome back, Attorney.
Yes, magandang araw sa iyo.
Yeah, na-miss kita. Oo nga. Kumusta na po ngayon yung DEPED again after we last saw each other?
Well, we're trying as best as we can to deliver education services at hindi na lamang access to education ang tutok ng Department of Education ngayon kung hindi talagang moving towards focus on quality of education.
All right. That's right. Very nice to hear. And of course, we have again kasama po natin ulit sa ating programa si Mr. Rolando de los Reyes II.
Yes, sir.
Siya po ay Guidance Services Specialist and Public Relations Officer of all UP Academic Employees Union in UP Diliman.
Yes, sir.
Paano na? Ano po ba ibig sabihin nun?
Bottom line, yun po yung labor union
Okay,
ng UP
ng UP.
Diliman. So, I'm the public relations officer. But at the same time, ang aking trabaho po talaga ay guidance services specialist. So, bottom line, guidance counselor. No? So, excited po ako dito sa episode natin
Yes,
kasi in a sense po, lahat ho na nagiging, sabihin nating, pagkukulang no, sa K-12 ay sinasaluho namin sa kolehiyo.
Aray ko.
So, yun po siguro yung isa sa mga
Ayan
pag-uusapan
na.
po natin.
Hindi pa nagsisimula, may problema na. Anyway, so sa ating pong pagbabalik, we'll begin our discussions on the effects of the K-12 curriculum, lalo na pagdating daw sa college. Pros and cons, we'll be right back.
How are you, my friend? How are you? How are you? Among the nations of our region and the world as we move beyond technology. Thank you and have a good day. This is Secretary Martin Andanar, and you're watching.
Okay, we're back on Pros and Cons, and today we are talking about the K-12 and the education system. Let's start the ball rolling. Dito muna tayo magsimula kay Usec Malaluan. Kumusta po ba ang K-12? When did it start? And ano po ang status ngayon ng ating program?
Yeah. Itong K-12, dalawang batas ang nagpatupad dito. Yung isa ay yung batas na made kindergarten compulsory. Noong 2013, nag-umpisang maging compulsory ang kindergarten. At pagkatapos niyan, pinasa yung Enhanced Basic Education Act na nagkaroon ng mandato ang Department of Education ay overhaul yung curriculum at kasama dyan ay yung pagdagdag ng 2 taon ng senior high school. So nagkaroon ng phased implementation itong K-12 hanggang sa noong 2016-2017 ay nag-umpisa tayo na mag-introduce na ang grade 11. At so noong 2017 and 2018 ay nag-graduate ang first batch ng nagtapos ng senior high school. At ngayon ay nasa magpapang-apat na taon na itong senior high school natin. So masasabi ko na madami tayo na mga positive na observations. Unang-una, alam mo, nung ipapatupad ito, ang isa sa mga pagtutol ay baka pag dinagdagan ng dalawang year level, grades 11 and grade 12, ay lalong mawalan tayo ng mga estudyante. Kinukumpara nila ito dun sa nagtra-transition from dating fourth year high school to college na marami ang nawawala. But ang nangyari, kabaligtaran, marami kaming nakita on the first year ng implementation ng K-12 na tinatawag naming balik-aral students. Yung dating dropout na bumalik. At tingin namin, part of that is the provision of more choices for senior high school, including the textbook track, which attracts as many as between 36 to 39% of all the enrollees in senior high school. Ang napakalaking transformation ng basic education natin, dati it's purely mainly in preparation for college, pero ngayon sinasabi natin na we are also preparing them not just for higher education but also for the option to work directly.
So yung preparation ng mga bata ngayon, hindi lang for, kasi dati, ano bang gusto mong maging, di ba? Something like that. But right now, if I understand it correctly, alam na niya at yun na yung susundan niya. Kumbaga, pinaplot na niya yung career niya through the K-12 and he's being prepared for that. Ganun po ba yung dating na?
Tama. At kailangan, at plus yung option nga na for employment. Kasi nadagdagan din ng dalawang taon. Pero syempre, para din maging matagumpay ito, ay kailangan magkaroon ng tinatawag na vertical articulation nitong senior high school to the tertiary
What about
education.
mga challenges? Na-address na ba yung mga sinasabing problema diyan anong araw?
Well, ang challenges natin, syempre, pag nagbago ka ng curriculum, ay kailangang malaki ang kailangang pagsunod dun sa pagbabagong ito ng mga guro. Ng mga guro din sa pagtuturo. Yan yung isa, naging challenge natin. Ang isa pang challenge natin, nung unang pinatupad yung senior high school, syempre may panahon para makapaggawa ka ng mga bagong school buildings, bagong learning resources. Kasi bagong-bago yung grades 11 and 12, talagang newly introduced. Kaya para matugunan ng Department of Education yung programa, bukod dun sa pag-offer ng senior high school sa grades 11 and 12 ay kinomplement natin yan ng voucher system to be able to provide the services. Dahil unang-una, yun ng expectation, yung nag-graduate ay mga 800,000 lamang sa mga 1.4 or 1.5 million graduates of grade 10 at that time that will proceed. Ang nagtuloy, 93% of that. So, ang taas ng transition rate. And we were able to, under all limitations, still successfully proceed with senior high school. So, there were certain transitional limitations, pero syempre ngayon nahahabol na
Oo.
yan.
Kapag
as
bago
you
pa
go
lang
along.
naman siya, nag-a-adjust pa. And
Yes,
correct
yes,
naman. Self-correcting naman yata yung
Well, hindi
system natin.
self-correcting. We have to actively correct
Alright.
where it is. And in fact, si Secretary Briones has already directed actually the review of the curriculum for its further refinement.
Alright. Thank you. Do you agree? Sa experience po ninyo, sir, hindi lang sa UP, no? Kundi
Yeah.
mga ibang kasama ninyo sa academe. Do you agree?
Actually,
Is it a success? I mean,
Yeah, when nagsimula ako ng usapin ng senior high school, nasa nasa isang eskwelahan na hawak ko lahat, no, from grade school, high school, ang tawag sa akin institutional life coach. No, so hawak ko rin, nakita ko yung pagsibol ng mga kindergarten, tapos hawak ko rin yung college, no. So in principle, I would say I would agree to it, no? Kasi ang isa nga sa mga punto de vista nito, kaya tayo ay nagpo-push nga ng senior high school system, no, ng K-12 is because we want to be at par with our ASEAN countries, no, yung mga kasama natin. And actually, no, dito nga sa UP, nagkaroon ako ng revision, no, ng ating general education curriculum, no, dahil gusto natin makasabay sa yung tinatawag na ASEAN Economic Community,
Yes.
no, noong 2015.
sa ASEAN ba, lahat na? Pare-pareho na?
Lahat nga.
K-12?
So, that is where I would agree na dapat nga dagdagan
Kasi
na.
may iwan tayo dati.
Oo, ang advantage kasi niyan, kuwari, kung ikaw ay nandito, gusto mo sa Pilipinas, gusto mo mag-cross and roll sa Singapore,
Tama.
no, so dapat na at par nga yung kung number of years no na ating ginugugol sa paaralan. However, ang aking concern po as a guidance counselor ay yung nga, no, sabi nga ni Undersecretary, no, yung unang graduates, unang batch ng graduates ng mga senior high
Senior high.
school, sinasalo na po namin, no? As in, eto na, pumapasok na ho sa sistema ng edukasyon ng UP at marami ho sa kanila, unfortunately, nagkakaroon ho ng mga mental health conditions.
Why?
No?
Bakit?
Dahil sabi nga daw po nila, this is coming from the students themselves, no? And hindi ko naman po ito na-make up. May mga estudyante na coming from senior high school na akala nila, no, ready na sila for college, ready na sila na talakayin yung kasi nga dito nga sa general education curriculum namin, from 45 naging 7 na lang ang GE subject. So ang laki, drastic move yan kasi ang assumption nga po nito, natalakay na to, for example, algebra, trigonometry, natalakay na yan
Senior
sa
high.
senior high, no? Even pre-calculus, natalakay na yan dyan. And actually, sa mga hindi, kasi nga, we recognize also na hindi lahat nag-STEM. So meron kaming parang option, no? Tawag namin non-credit unit, no? Na parang auditing subject na monitor namin kung natalakay nga ba niya yung pre-calculus, no? Ang problema, may mga bata na lumalapit sa akin, sinasabi, sir, hindi ko humaintindihan yung lesson namin kasi hindi naman po na ituro nung senior high school. So I think, no, in principle, I would agree that it should happen, pero siguro po yung kahandaan lamang po, siguro yung aking tinitingnan.
Is it being addressed, Usec?
Of course, sabi ko nga,
Parang nagkakaroon daw ng, what's that?
Mental health conditions.
Mental health conditions yung mga bata.
of course, sabi ko nga kanina nung doon sa introduction natin, Secretary has actually said that Department of Education is now moving toward from access to quality, and at yan ang mga interventions natin. Dalawang bagay yan, isang masusing pagrevisa ngayon itong curriculum, pag-review nito, at yung pangalawa ay yung teacher training natin. Actually, dapat magkatuwang tayo dyan ng higher education dahil while we feed the higher education, the students from basic ed, yun namang aming mga teachers ay galing din sa higher education institution. So, we have to be
Yun din naman ang pinag-aralan na
mutually
itinuro dun sa mga...
interdependent, and I think part of this shift to quality, the higher education and the basic education really have
parang yung
work with each other.
disconnect, if I see it correctly, yung disconnect, yung nagtuturo kasi ngayon, hindi naman senior high school
Yes.
dati. No? So, hindi niya maituro ngayon yung parang may disconnect nga. So, I think masosolve nga yun.
Parang work in progress, Usec Joel, ito.
I think
Yes,
isa sa
yes.
mga disconnect ngayon, yun nga, I will agree with Undersecretary, yung training ng teachers, no? Like, I know of some na mga eskwelahan na tumatanggap nga, kasi nga, sa senior high school, hindi naman kailangan na
Yes.
licensed teacher.
Ah,
As long
okay.
as you're an MA student or MA graduate, no, pwede ka magturo.
I see.
However, yung methods of teaching, hindi naman, hindi yun na ituturo ng basta-basta lang, no, na parang isasabak ka lang dyan. So, doon nagkakaroon ng diferensya.
Okay, sige. Babalikan po natin uli yan, sir. No? But first, let's take a short break. And when we come back, let's find out what social media is saying about K-12. Don't go away.
The Environment, Tourism and Interior Departments recommended to close Boracay for 6 months.
To address issues such as illegal structures and faulty drainage systems that is affecting Boracay's prized beach.
The last time na nandito is 2017. It's actually crowded. Sobrang dami ng tao. Everywhere, makikita mo talaga bars and drinks and masamahalat talaga.
We had more cases of skin disease. We had more cases of diarrhea.
So nagkasama-sama lahat ng mga agencies, tiningnan ano ba ang plano natin sa Boracay, compliance on Clean Air Act, Clean Water Act, at saka yung ating environmental compliance.
When they started demolishing, we saw that there was action, that they put their money where their mouth is.
Lahat ng nagamit na tubig ng customer, we collect it through our sewer lines and then it goes through a treatment process sa treatment plant.
It was nice that it happened. Finally, Boracay got the attention it is in deep need of.
I think a lot of work was done during the closure. The water is clear, the oceans are clean, and there seems to be a lot of wildlife returning. We had for the first time in 10 years, we had turtles hatching on the beach a couple of days ago.
During the closure, you could see like the eagles came back and everything that we have had for a long time.
Pumasyal pa nga yung mga kwan dito budanding, galing ho ng Cebu.
In the end, it's a good thing, yes. It was hard for us, but it was also a wake-up call.
The beach was cleaned up and is officially set to reopen on October 26th.
Wala nang kumakain sa beach, bawal nang manigarilyo.
Gumanda yung isla namin as in bumalik sa dati na ambience.
We teach kids about pollution, solid waste management, because they're the ones who will sustain all the things that we're doing now.
You're still watching Pros and Cons. Let's check out first the comments about today's topic on social media. So we have this poll question posted on the Philippine News Agency website. Ang tanong po dito, epektibo ba ang kasalukuyang sistema ng K-12 para sa mga senior high school students? Ito, this one from Del Z. Montecristo. Sabi niya, big no. Based on experience sa mga pamangking ko, sabi niya, nag-K-12. Then, engineering student, ngayon ang isa. Ni isang subject, walang use sa course niya ngayon. Yung isa, senior high school pa. Both of them and their parents complained about add or additional on 2 years experiences. Private school sila. And delayed 2 years in becoming income earners. Classes were cut into half day. Subjects were repetitive, boring daw, and no add-on knowledge and skills. They just hate K-12. Ito naman, sabi ni Romel Melanio, iba naman ang opinion niya. Sabi niya, kailangan maging at par ang Pilipinas globally. Maraming cases ng mga engineer at iba pa na professional, ito engineer uli yung binanggit, at iba pa na professional na natatanggal sa trabaho dahil hindi K-12. Ayun, Usec, sinasabi, boring daw yung K-12 at saka repetitive daw yung tinuturo. So, what's your reaction to that?
Well, yan na nga yung nilalaman itong pag-review nitong curriculum. But this review is about refining the K-12. At kasama, hindi lamang review ng curriculum, kung hindi yung pag-upgrade ng professional development ng ating teachers. But let me say also, yung nabanggit ko kanina na actually, yung mga nagbalik-aral ay nag-more than double. So talagang there was a K-12 has attracted
them back to the education
and
system.
part of that is the promise of the option of employment as well as yung pagbigay ng more options, including the technical vocational track that has attracted a big proportion. And tiningnan namin itong last na yung Pulse Asia Ulat sa Bayan survey, and the Department of Education has an approval rating of umabot na 88% ang aming approval rating.
We're not seeing here the possibility of, again, reverting back to the old system. Because sabi nga natin, global global standard ito.
We need to integrate.
We need to integrate, we need to be at par with them.
Pero gusto kong i-address yung sinasabing repetitive, no? Before I became a guidance counselor, I was a math teacher.
Alright.
No? So, and isa ho yun
my favorite subject.
Isa ho sa mga tinitingnan ko po na parang pagkakaiba ay yung spiral curriculum na tinatawag, no?
Ano yung spiral
ibig sabihin po nito, dati ho, first year, beginning algebra, second year, intermediate algebra, third year, geometry, fourth year, trigonometry. So, focus yung bata sa isang asignatura ng matematika na ito lang yung tinatalakay nila. Pag sinabi hong spiral curriculum, lahat yun ay iniikutan mo, kasama na yung statistika. So, imagine mo, parang, in principle, again, in principle kasi it works no? It works in principle na umaangat ka, elementary ideas muna ng lahat. A little bit of algebra, geometry, and so forth. Pag umangat ka ng second year, a little bit more nito. Pero kaya nagiging repetitive kasi hirap ang teacher how to marry those students na medyo mataas ang antas ng kaalaman, kaya nagigets nila kaagad, versus those students na slow. Kaya ang nangyari, yung pag-angat nila, kuwari, factoring ang kanilang topic sa second year. Pagdating doon sa taas, hindi na nila matandaan. Sir, ano po yan? Nakalimutan na ho namin. So, uulitin na naman ng ilang teachers, no? So, I think yun yung nagiging repetitive for some, no? Na hindi ko nga alam sa akin, yun lang siguro yung aspeto na gusto kong maibalik dun sa dati. So, yun siguro...
Paano maibalik sa dati?
Yun nga, yun naka-specified na yung pag-aaralan ng bata, no? So, kung ilagay mo siya sa 11, 12, the statistics na siya. Tapos,
ano nakikita nyo ngayong, basic problems ng K-12?
That one. Yung spiral curriculum na tinatawag. No? It's not only in the mathematics department, but also in the sciences. No?
What else?
What else? Preparation of teachers. No?
Okay. And that's being addressed? That's being addressed?
Mixture yan. There are some people who are let passers. Like sa amin po, sa dati kong eskwelahan, may mga pinromote to senior high school from high school, no, junior high school, naging senior high school. Tapos may hinire ng mga bagong graduates. Ang problema, pag bagong graduates, no,
hindi naman sila K-12 dati.
Hindi sila K-12 dati. So, paano nila ma-orient yung sarili nila sa pagtuturo na isang asignatura na hindi nila alam? Minsan, no, siguro nga po, ang kailangan yung matching. Kasi minsan, hindi rin itinuturo ng teacher yung talagang asignatura na na-train sila. Physics major ka, tuturo mo biology. So, alam mo yun, kahit na sciences siya, iba pa rin na ang biology talaga yung nagtuturo. Again, this speaks about yun nga, siguro nga, kulang rin nga tayo sa tao.
Okay. So, we're still adjusting. Diba, Usec, no?
Yes, that's
kakasimula pa lang Now, the question is, when do we expect this system to be, alam yun, in full swing, na smooth sailing na siya, mga ilang taon pa?
Tamang-tama. Kanina, nagmi-meeting kami tungkol dyan. At,
hanggang kailan ba? Para wala nang problema.
Itong next 3 years is a period of refinement.
Alright.
That we are looking at. Parang we have set
the
the
first 3 years,
foundation.
parang adjustment, nag-a-adjust. Now you're refining.
At saka yung foundations, yung paglalatag ng foundation. And we would say that on balance, we were able to implement it. It's not easy. to implement the transformation to K-12. And we see that as the foundational years itong nakaraang mula 2013 to 2019, 6 years. And then ngayon yung period of refinement. Isang nakita na natin at kanina lang ay nag-uusap kami nung talagang manasusing pagriripaso ng foundational skills in the early grades from kindergarten to grade 3.
Yes.
Nakikita namin yung trajectory nito na papaunlad, papaganda at hindi naman kami yung nagsasabi na perpekto ito.
Yes,
In fact, yun na nga, ito na nga ang shifting from access to quality at yan naman ay talagang commitment.
Kung bibilangin natin, tingnan mo, Usec, tingnan mo, sir. 6 years na since 2013, And we're still going through a refinement period
process
of 3 years more. So almost a decade talaga.
A decade.
Almost a decade yung adjustment ng lahat. And then, sabihin man natin hindi siya maging perfect, pero maging smooth sailing na siya.
We believe so.
Do you share the same, what's that, optimism?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure about the timeline. No? Kung talagang 10 years marerepaso na talaga at magiging maayos na lahat. Kasi ang dami mga nitty-gritty, facilities, teachers, kahandaan ng estudyante, kahandaan ng mga ancillary services, like for example, guidance counselors who might be able to lead them into career paths, like anong strand ang gusto talaga ng bata. Like even pagdating nila sa kolehiyo, parang hindi nila alam kung ano yung kukunin nila. I understand na merong tinatawag nga ng mga estudyante sa akin, alam po namin kami yung guinea pigs ng senior high school, no? So, ngayon po na sabihin natin nga, may transition period, what shall we do about these guinea pigs na tinuturingan nila sarili nila na sinasalo po namin? So, parang yun po yung sigurong question na meron pong puso ko ngayon, paano po namin kaya sila matutulungan? Ngayon na nandito tayo sa transition at sinasalo po ng college sector, etong mga graduates po ng senior high.
Alright.
That is part of the obligation of the higher education and as much as we can, talaga namang pinilit natin na maihanda sila for college. Pero may transitional issues talaga at hindi naman talaga may iwasan yan. We have such a very big education, basic education system. We're taking care of 27 million learners.
Yes.
At kung maghihintay tayo, we will never be able to transition.
Yeah. So, yung sinasabing review is actually akin to, or is very synonymous to yung refine.
Yes.
No? So, yung review na sinasabi, you agree, yes, we're going to review and refine the system.
Yes. So, at refinement period nga itong tinitingnan namin itong next 3 years na ito.
Alright. Very well said. So, naintindihan na po natin. But again, medyo kapos po talaga ang ating oras dito sa pros and cons. But there will be other time and opportunities for us to sit together again and talk about K-12. No? So there you have it, folks. Straight from the shoulder and right on the money. But before we go, as a matter of respect to our guests, I'd like to ask them, each of them, to give their message to the people. Unahin na po natin si Usec Malaluan.
Ngayon ay sabi ko nga panahon ng pagpipino nitong ating K-12 at makakaasa ang ating mga kababayan na yung ating K-12 ay papaunlad itong susunod na 3 taon ay makikita natin ang qualitative difference. The direction of the department now is pivot from access to quality K-12.
All right. Very well said. Boss.
Ayan, at dahil nga nasabi yung 3 years po, sinasabi lang po namin, siguro yung nga, we're talking about the current state of the senior high school. Yes, I'm optimistic it will soon be smooth sailing, but my question is, what will you do with those people na dumarating na ngayon? Na sinasala nga na higher education institutions, what can we do with those students na sabihin nating substandard yung natanggap nila na senior high school kasi nga nasa transition. So I think yun yung panawagan na meron po ako bilang isang guidance counselor na isang college institution, na sana pag-isipan po natin, and I agree with Usec that we need to partner more, in order to, help with the refinement of this, at sana makatulong nga po kami, kasama na nga po yung pag-revisa namin ng general education curriculum, na sana makita natin kung ano pa yung pwede natin maitulong para sa ating mga learners.
Don't forget to tune in next week for another hot topic. For your comments, suggestions, and questions, visit our Facebook page and the PNA website. You may be for or against, you may agree or disagree, but in the end, we are all Filipinos working towards the same goals. Will you choose what's right, or will you stay on your side of the truth? Once again, this is Philippine News Agency Supervising Undersecretary Joel C. Egco. Thank you, and see you on the next episode of Pros and Cons.